Oh, it's like it's going on 3 o'clock in the morning. I look like I'm ready for bed, huh? I've been just up watching these videos, but I noticed something. Every time I just linger up like this, every time I just stay up, I'm just doing something else, or I doze off for a second and just so happen to wake up at this weird, odd time, wherever I'm sitting at the time. I always notice there's always somebody around me. They either going out their way to walk right by my car or going out of their way to park right by me. And I wonder, I question what they're doing. So I just so happen to look up from watching a video and this white man walking by, like right by my car with this book bag on. I don't know. This man, I don't know, y'all. He kind of looked like a military person or something. That's what he looked like, one of those old military vets that's, I don't know, got PTSD and still using his military tactics or something. Like trying to sneak up on somebody or something. That's what he remind me of. And never mind the fact that this thing keeps saying military. My cards that I'm shuffling says employers are in on it. I have to find me an attorney, y'all. I don't know how this gonna work, especially with those public storage people. With everything, I gotta find me an attorney when it comes down to them. I see blacklisted. Um, yeah, I can just tell. I don't know. That business not doing well anyway. At least not that particular store. From what I heard, the whole company is not doing well, but that ain't none of my business though. Um, I just get told a bunch of stuff that's not really my business every time I just don't happen to stop by there. But I hope that's not who got these folks watching me like this. Hope that's not part of the crew that's out there spreading these rumors and telling these lies about me. Because I got a lot of truths to tell about public storage people, especially that management, especially the management. And so, yeah, I don't know. Like blackmail here says they hate you. Well, I mean, you can hate from a distance. Like, you don't have to hate and target somebody. So I hope that's not the case here. Hey, y'all. I'm just talking about these random people who be stalking and watching me and kind of hovering over my vehicle when they feel like I'm not looking. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know where these people come from. I don't know who be sending them, but I notice they wait until strange times of the night and they try to come around my vehicle and I don't know what they be doing. I don't know what they do, but they weird as hell. They are weird. No, this is it's always around this time of night. And sometimes I would be asleep, but I notice every time that I'm up, I always catch them. I always catch them, and I don't know who's sending them, and I don't know what it is that they're doing when they do whatever it is they be doing. I just wish people would leave me alone. It don't make any sense that it's men. It's men, and that shows you. It, it tells you a lot. That is mainly men. Several of them that go out their way to harass a woman. That's how life has been treating me. I mean, other than the constant harassment and stalking by men, uh, life has been fine. It's been great, actually. Um, could be a whole lot worse, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Considering the way that I know people have wanted me to be, considering all the things that have been done to me, I know right now I'm supposed to be in a much worse situation, but I'm not. By the grace of God, it's been fine. We've been making it. I have been making it just fine in spite of everything. So yeah, Biggie Baller. I don't know who you are, but I hope everything has been good with y'all. I just wanted to get on here and pull a few cards. I keep seeing air signs. Have something to do with this Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It's like they can't stop, won't stop. Those signs always come out, and that has to do with employers too. It says employers are in on it. I don't have employers right now. Make him wait. I see a Virgo right here. Make him wait. Watching you from surrounding areas here. I noticed that because every time people think I'm asleep or I'm doing something where my attention is occupied, then that's when they try to do whatever it is that they're doing. It makes me wonder, is this every night or just some nights? Because I always seem to catch them. And Gemini, I just seen Gemini, so confirmation on the air signs because Gemini just popped out. I have a brother who's Gemini, military Gemini. I don't know if it's the same Gemini here because I also some weird people in that celebrity world that are Geminis with military connections. And so, I want to know a funny story. I was looking at some obituaries one day, um, a few that I had in my drawer from funerals that I've been to in the past years, and I have two different sides of my like two different sides of family. The side I grew up with, which is my daddy's side and my stepmother, and then the side that I didn't, which is my mother's side. And I was just looking over the obituaries from people who have passed on both sides, and I noticed the similarities, and I wonder, I question, was that on purpose? Um, I don't know. I guess I want to say like the powers that be or something. It's like you wonder, did they do certain things on purpose when you were brought here, or when I was brought here? Because it's just so many similarities when I was looking at different obituaries. And it's similarities to the point where it would confuse you. Like if I was to get a reading on something, if I was to pull cards on myself about a particular situation, like I would get very vague information when it came down to it, because when it comes down to certain signs, certain names, certain places, it's like there are a lot of similarities on both sides of my family. For example, um, I could have, and I don't know, I'm just gonna make up some stuff. I could have an uncle named Blue on my mother's side of the family, well, who is, we'll just say a Libra. On my father's side of the family, I could have a granddaddy named Blue, who is a Libra. Um, on my mother's side, I could have like an auntie named Deborah, uh, who just so happened to be a pallbearer, who is an Aquarius. And now on my father's side, I would have a maybe even an auntie named Deborah, who is a Gemini, but just so happened to be a pallbearer at somebody's funeral. The person who was over my grandmother's funeral name could be Billy. Well, the person who was over my daddy's funeral name could be Billy as well. It's weird. It's very weird. I was just one day sitting, and it's been a while back. I was sitting in my apartment just looking at obituaries and noticing the similarities when it came down to both sides of the family and people who have passed. And it's like it makes it hard because, like I said, if you get a reading on it yourself or you pull cards on yourself, it's almost like you would be confused about who is what. And I think it's purposely done that way. Like, I think my life was purposely set up that way. And and if it wasn't for me not to know certain things, I feel like for sure it's for other people to not know everything because how much people dig into my life. I feel like people already knew in advance that this was going to be like this, like that a lot of people was going to be digging into my life. And so what they did was they made it to where there would be slight confusion when it comes down to certain things. So yeah, I know that's weird, y'all. It's one of those weird things that I pay too much attention to stuff sometimes, and I don't even know what I was thinking about sitting there comparing obituaries. I just was, looking at pictures that was in them and reminiscing about different things, and I just started noticing certain things. It's like, wow, that's crazy. And it wasn't just names, like situations. I'm telling you, it's so similar to the point, like I said, you would be confused about certain things. Libra. Anyway, well, let's get on with this. I want to put a camera up to my car just to see the things that I don't see. Because I can imagine if I see the things that I see, what don't I see? And what do they be doing? Why do they have to get so close to my vehicle? Because they be doing something. Like when that guy passed by, I can feel the energy that, I mean, it immediately went away. It's if they throwing something at me, then it don't stick. It doesn't stick. Whatever it is they doing. Because it immediately went away. But I could feel it nonetheless. I could still feel it. I wish I could explain to y'all how the energy feels, but I don't know. It's one of those things where just if you know, you know. But I could definitely feel it. lingering after he passed by. And the funny part about it is he passed by and he got to the back of my vehicle. He went one way and then he turned around, and it's almost like he was coming back towards the vehicle again, and then he just went the other way instead. I don't know what he was thinking about. Maybe trying to finish whatever it was he was doing. I don't know. I really don't know what these people be thinking about, y'all. I'm sick of them, to be honest with you. It's like, go find something else to do with your time already. Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. Says they show favoritism. Well, you show favoritism with your children at home. You shouldn't do that with me. Like, you have nothing to do with me and what I'm doing and the way I live my life. I just wonder, why do people focus so hard on me and the way that I live my life and what I have coming in for me and what I'm destined for. Out of all the people in the world, like it's kings and queens out here, prince and princesses out here, all these celebrities out here, and everybody seems to be focused on me. They all focus on me and what's my next move. It's like, y'all can't have my energy. You can't have my life. Ain't no destiny swapping. You know, when I was giving my energy freely, y'all should have been a lot nicer. You should have appreciated it. You know, at this point, I don't even. I hold back a lot when it comes down to my energy, but I mean, had y'all showed me y'all appreciated it when I was giving it freely, then I wouldn't be holding back on it. So now my energy is cut off. Ain't no more taking it. Um, there's no more of my time being wasted. Like I said, you can't destiny swap with me. It's my destiny. It's my destiny. Um, it's not like the average person's destiny because I'm living in my purpose. And so you can't, because you can't trick God, you can't destiny swap with me. And so a lot of people may think they can by doing certain things. And people try, don't get me wrong. I see that they try hard to do just that. But it's not gonna happen. And it's not gonna happen, y'all. I've seen Capricorn, New York as men. I've seen Libra here several times over again. Gemini. Funny thing about it, all those signs I just named, the first people who come to my head when I name those signs, they are men. They are men. All three of them. At least by gender. At least by gender. If nothing else, they are men by gender. Male, I guess, by gender. So anyway, let's keep pulling. What's going on with these people? Open book. You saved me. They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Trying to put something in somebody's food here. Funny thing, y'all, did y'all see that on, I don't know if it was on the news or if I just seen it on a post, but they were talking about how they caught this black male putting stuff on food inside of Walmart. I think it was Walmart, where somebody was walking around spraying bug spray on food. These people out here losing their mind, y'all. They losing their mind. I always say an idle mind is a devil's workshop. You know, that's a saying that sticks with me. When people don't have nothing else better to do with their time, with their energy, they do stupid things. You imagine just walking around Walmart spraying bug spray on vegetables that people gonna eat later. Like what kind of sick stuff do you have to have going through your mind to decide you want to spray bug spray on the food that people gonna eat later? Women, children, other men, and just sit back and watch. And they say he had been recording himself doing all different kind of things, stealing articles of clothing, placing meat in the dryer when people's clothes are drying, just doing a bunch of weird stuff. And he finally got caught spraying bug spray on food, and he went to jail. But stupid is what stupid does. He recorded himself doing what he do, because he want the clout for it, and that was one of his mistakes. He recorded himself doing it. Everything he had been doing, evidently. But spraying the bug spray was like the last straw. That was the last straw. I guess that was enough for the police to do something about it. I don't know what you would be charged with, what you'd be charged with for spraying bug spray on somebody's food. Attempted murder. I don't know what kind of charge that would be. I'm assuming it's the same kind of charge as if you would like be caught slipping something in somebody's drink. But yeah, you gotta be careful about what you eat lately. People do stuff like that for fun. Look at this. I can't make this up. It was sitting right here on the top. Look what's under it. A funny part is mental illness doesn't have a look, and so the person will look like they're just fine. A lot of times, even know how to carry themselves. I heard somebody talking about this the other day. How people with certain mental illnesses could look fine. They could get a normal job and be able to hold that job. They would have friends and still have this mental illness that nobody seemed to have picked up on. And so it's like they know how to carry themselves to kind of throw people off from it, from them having this mental illness. And it's kind of scary because imagine somebody like that saying that somebody else had the mental illness when it's truly them walking around that is sick in the mind, that's doing weird things behind the scene, that is stuck on trying to hurt people. Because he looked just as normal. And I can imagine women would be the same way. Um, a lot of these men, they get people who look a certain way. And they think they be winning with them, only to find out later on that it's probably one of the worst mistakes they could have ever made, because the person be mentally and emotionally unbalanced. Like they have all these issues going on, depression, bipolar, all these little mental issues going on, and you don't know until you stuck with them. You don't know until you're ready to go, and they threatening you with all kind of stuff. You don't know until you're ready to go, and they want to hurt you, and they want to hurt everybody around you. You know, you don't know until you make them mad, and all of a sudden they after you and whoever else you around. You don't know until they catch you cheating, and they try to physically hurt somebody. They plotting and planning to take somebody out because you looked at this person or you had a conversation with this person and they feel threatened in their position. It's like a lot of people start off thinking stuff like that is cute. And don't be cute when you know it's taken too far. It's not cute anymore then. It's not a little funny story you're gonna tell your friends later on when charges be pressed against people, when the law has to get involved in it because things went too far because you didn't realize that person was really mentally unstable because they was cute with a nice body. I'm laughing, but it's not funny, y'all. It's not funny. That's sad. Anyway, it's kind of just trying to see was the guy gonna walk right by here because he appeared to be confused about which way he wanted to go. Uh, I was hoping he was gonna walk back by so I can show y'all him, but I guess not. Family, family, aunts, grandparents, nephew, uncles, niece, cousins here. Somebody's family is doing something here. Could be your own family. Could be your own family. Reserved or uncommunicative in speech. So whoever this is that's doing whatever it is they're doing behind the scene, they're not saying much. So again, these like your silent killers here. They sit quietly in the background. These are your real psychos, ones who sit in the background and plot on people. They don't say much, but they do a lot of plotting, a lot of trying to take people out, a lot of dark magic here. Somebody, somebody's not saying much, but they doing dark magic here. Didn't I just say this? Didn't I just say it? They mentally and emotionally unstable. It says drained. They mentally and emotionally unstable. These people don't have it all. They not wrapped too tight up there. They missing some screws. Ain't screws loose. They missing something. Partnership. They in partnership with somebody. Somebody could have stolen somebody's identity here. I see an STD here. They could have gave someone an STD. It says on purpose here. But that could have been in one of those attempts to make you stay. Look right behind it, y'all. I can't make this up. Look what's right behind it. Health. Um, One of those attempts to make you stay. People do weird stuff. They do weird things here. You know, I like to attract and keep my man. That's a black man right there. That's a black man right there. I like to attract and keep my man the normal way, the natural way. I don't play with all this love spells and trying to get pregnant and STD. That's some sick, y'all. That's the psycho stuff I was talking about. STDs. trying to give somebody a STD so they would stay. Again, this is what popped out. It's men, mental illness here. I see celebrate though. You about to be celebrating something. As this Proverbs 10:22 through 23. It is the blessing of Jehovah that makes a man rich, and he has no pain with it. That's verse 22. 23 says, engaging in shameful conduct is like the game of the stupid one. That's what they doing. They engaging in some shameful conduct right now. They should be ashamed, but they aren't. They aren't because that's why they do it. Look, I just cut the deck on liability. I mean, on disturbing, I'm looking at liability right here. It says disturbing. Bunny and Clyde, some people working together here, but they're engaging in shameful conduct. But they're not ashamed about it because they do it when people can't see them. They do it at times like this when it's 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I see 3:13 on the clock. When it's 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, when technically people would normally be asleep, that's when they try to do what it is they're doing. That's why I say every time I notice, every time that I'm up this time of night, that's when I catch them. Sometimes I fall asleep, and then I'm like the other night, I woke up to this guy parked right beside me. He parked right beside me out of a whole empty parking space. See, he parked right there beside me. I just so happened to fall asleep when I was sitting right there, and I woke up and he was parked right beside me. It had to have been like 3 o'clock in the morning. He parked right there. And I was looking at him and something didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. This was a white man, middle-aged white man. But I looked and he appeared to be asleep. But I moved anyway because something didn't feel right. You know, you go with your intuition. So I moved anyway. How about as soon as I moved, he moved. As soon as I moved, he moved. And so whoever it was pretending to be asleep. Why would you pretend to be asleep? So, like I said, I don't know what it is they be trying to do around me. Maybe just that secret society type of stuff. I don't know. It could be military, man. Could be Masons. Definitely some type of secret society, some type of group of men. Um, they all in the same group. I don't know what group they're in. I see civil rights right here. So that's what you feel like. They violating your civil rights. You have no privacy. You're being illegally surveillance, um, pretty much stalked because they follow you around everywhere you go. There's no telling what they're doing when your head is turned, when your eyes are closed. When I have no idea what they're doing, and they move like right now at this time of night, but they move during the daytime too. It be people in the daytime, but during the daytime they pretend to do things that you're doing. Like when I go to the gym, they in the gym too. Just, appearing to just be working out. Family again. It's somebody's family, y'all. The family doesn't like you. And look, I just opened my hand so I can pull this card out. And look what's on the top. Family. Somebody family don't like you. Could be your own family. Could be somebody else's family. But it says growing apart here. And these people show favoritism. And they're doing some type of candle magic here. Carefree. They don't care. See, entertainment industry here. Somebody could be in the entertainment industry. But they don't care. But they gonna care when all their little spell work backfires on them and they struggling. They gonna care then. They gonna care then. Whatever it is they think they have is gone. As that's the way God works. It's like, oh, you're so big and mighty. You think because you have money, you're able to do certain things and get away with it. And in some cases, they do get away with it because the law is not served. You don't get justice because of who they know, because of who they're able to pay to do certain things. But this is moving. Somebody could be moving. But it is, I mean, it's a group. It's whoever they are, they all over. And so moving away from them is not going to help. What's going to help is if that group is broken down and broken up. If they have to endure whatever consequences for their actions, these are people who are used to getting away with what it is that they're doing. They need consequences. That's what's going to stop it. It's not going to stop it for somebody to move away. They're going to do it to the next person. They need consequences. That's what they need. Endings. See, endings twice. I'm about to come to an end here. See, endings twice. Two different cards have popped up. They stole it. Somebody stole something here. I just seen water signs, get out, an artist. So there could be an interracial couple or somebody's in-laws here. Water signs could have something to do with this. And somebody could be an artist here. It says somebody doesn't want to let go. And I see a nonprofit could have something to do with this. Somebody could have a nonprofit or work for a nonprofit, but somebody don't want to let somebody go and they stole something here. And somebody's angry. Like, I don't know if you stole something and you're the one in the background doing black magic, and you're the one calling all the shots in the background, having somebody stalked and harassed, then why are you angry? Like, I should be the one that's angry. It doesn't make sense. I told you that that's that mental illness that doesn't make sense. Mendacity, untruthfulness, lying. They're lying about something. I see Africa here. Something can have to do with Africa. Spirit guides, ancestors, background. Somebody could be from Africa. I have some type of background. Their family could be from Africa here. Whoever this is. I see growing apart again. Somebody's growing apart. See, this may be the case of one of those relationships here. But these people, somebody stole something from you. And whoever it is, they're with and they don't want to let go of. They're growing apart. So maybe it's somebody trying to leave here. For somebody to, for the card, don't want to let go. I don't want to let go of what? Maybe it could be what they stole. Whatever it is they stole, they don't want to release it. Again, that's a mental illness for you right there. That's a mental illness for you. You stole something, and instead of you letting it go, instead of you releasing it to the person it belongs to, you gonna fight to the death of you about something that don't belong to you. That's some entitled right there. That's some entitled mental illness. Somebody needs some help. Somebody could definitely have something. Africa has to do with something here. Ego. Somebody in their ego. Especially if you stole something here and you trying to fight for whatever it is that you stole. Like if you stole it and you in the process of getting caught, you think you would just go ahead and give it up and just call it quits and try to make it right before you go to prison or go to jail. But these people here, they evidently stole something and they gonna fight to the end of it to make sure you don't get something that belongs to you. That's ego for you. See a spiritual advisor here. Somebody could be somebody's spiritual advisor here. Oh, I can't imagine, y'all. I hope this not somebody's spiritual advisor, because how you advising somebody and you're in the back spiritually when you're in the background stealing from some, what does this say? The one who finds a good wife has something good and will receive favor from God. This could be somebody's wife who's trying to be or is some type of spiritual advisor. Could be like working for a church or something. They could definitely be in the background doing some type of magic here. This is not a spiritual advisor here. This is like a false prophet. Somebody here speaking for God and they doing things in the background here that's not of God. And don't get me wrong, nobody's perfect. But this is more like some demonology here. This is more like demons here. This is not just nobody's perfect. This is, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and it's, I don't know why I want to say like false prophets, spreading rumors, stealing, identity theft, candle magic, black magic. This is not of God. Who could they be advising? An African man is trying to communicate. I'm telling y'all, Africa has something to do with this. And this card don't never come out. Like since I made these cards, it may have came out twice since I've been using these cards. And I've gotten Africa, which I rarely ever see, and somebody from Africa is trying to communicate with you. So those could be your spirit guides, maybe. Trying to stop your money. And I see Florida could have something to do with this. These people trying to stop your money, they already stole something here. They already stole something. And I feel like whatever they stole, they don't want to give up here. Maybe they stole some type of position. Maybe you were going to have this position as a spiritual advisor here. Maybe they stole that position here. I see White. Somebody's name, last name could be White, or somebody could be white. Somebody could be Caucasian here. Or somebody white is significant somehow. They could drive a white vehicle. I don't know, take it how it resonates. But somebody here is unstable, mentally unstable here. And they stole something here from you. And they're in their ego. And so they don't want to give whatever this is up. And spiritual advisor has something to do with this. But these people are, this is like evil. This is evil. This is not spiritual advisor material here. Like I said, nobody's perfect, but people not going like a spiritual advisor of who? Of who? You doing black magic. You've stolen something from somebody. You're spreading rumors on them. So you're gossiping, stealing, and doing black magic. I just think avarice, having a showing an extreme greed for material gain here. This is somebody who just want money. This is somebody who's looking at the fame and the dollar. And if y'all don't know any better, y'all gonna use them as y'all spiritual advisor here. Proverbs 20:11, even a child is known by his or her actions, whether his behavior is pure. And I see abundance here. Rags to riches, somebody. Could be you about to go from rags to riches. This could be them. This could be what they planning on doing here with whatever it is they've stolen. Hell, they could have stolen something that took them from rags to riches. That's why they don't want to give it up here. Take it how it resonates. I see it's a scam. Yeah, you got scam artists here. You got people pretending to be of God and they advising people. Could be advising people here of things, and they this is not a person of God. It's a person doing completely different here. An inheritance obtained first by greed will not be a blessing in the end. This somebody tried to steal somebody's inheritance, and I see filing fake reports. And so they're doing some, they spreading rumors on you. They've already stolen your identity here somehow. They're trying to steal an inheritance if they haven't stole it already. Says they're trying to stop your money here. This could be a spiritual inheritance that they're trying to steal. This could be something that you were destined to be or destined to do. And these people could be trying to steal that for themselves, or this could be a physical inheritance here because I did see rags to riches. It could be a combination of them both. This could be people who are trying desperately. I say stuff and I didn't say it for no reason. This could be somebody trying to destiny swap with you. They want your money and they want whatever position is that you were supposed to have. And so they're doing things in the background here to try to make sure you don't have it. And so that's going to look like spreading rumors, like the card said. They want to tear your character down. They want people to look at you a certain way. They also doing some type of identity theft here. They're scamming people here out of something. Uh, I see robbery here. Set up. Yeah. Somebody's wife could definitely have something to do with this right here. Proverbs 22, it came out again. It's a blessing of Jehovah. It is the blessing of Jehovah that makes a man rich, and he has no pain with it. Engaging in shameful conduct is like the game of a stupid. These people are engaging in shameful conduct by trying to steal somebody's inheritance here. They're trying to get rich off somebody else right here. So somebody here supposed to have a good life, supposed to be doing on some type of divine path here, and it includes some type of abundance that comes along with this lifestyle here. These people trying to take it. They trying to take it, and they're gonna do it by spreading rumors, making people look at you a certain way, by scamming people, by stealing your identity somehow, by trying to steal your inheritance, be it physically or a spiritual inheritance. They're trying to take it. Filing fake reports on you. So this tells me they're doing something to try to get you locked up. And these are false prophets here, people who ain't doing nothing that's godly in the background other than maybe attending church. I see religious. These could be religious people. These people, they hide behind religion. If that's what they call themselves, if this is like a church cult, they hide behind religion and they're not doing anything. They're not doing right by God. They're not doing right by the people. They're hiding behind religion and they're stealing from people. They're using people. They're lying to people. They're manipulating people. And so if y'all have these people as y'all spiritual advisors, they're not telling you something from God. They telling it might be a God, there are plenty of little G's, but it's not the big G. These people are fake. They're not real. They're not real here. And so I hope this is not somebody's spiritual advisor that's doing this. I hope they just trying to take this position and this money and whatever else comes with it from you. I hope they don't actually have it and giving people bad advice or just telling people random stuff. and saying they have a connection with God. It reminds me of the people who, my little brother's people and his wife's people. Um, took my mother to church right before she passed, and she was all excited, and she said they prophesied over her and told her that she was cured of cancer and she didn't have to worry about it anymore. And like a couple months later, she died of cancer. That's what this reminds me of. People, yeah, steal your inheritance. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to steal somebody's inheritance here. But that's what I see conceited here. Trying to make you sick. This is what that reminds me of. People saying things that they have no right to say. People fake prophesying over people because God didn't tell you that, and then she died a couple months later. You know, you just saying stuff and doing things. The funny part about it is she had been to the doctor, and she said the doctor told her that they cut the last piece of cancer out of her, and so in her mind she was already fine. That didn't mean that it wasn't gonna come back, but that was the last bit of it, and I think they knew that, and so they tried to capitalize on knowing that by saying, God said you are cured of cancer, and then she died of cancer. And so yeah, it's people. That's what I'm getting right here. People like that. People fake prophesying, saying God told them certain things and God didn't tell them anything. People pretending to be healers and they're not healers. If they doing black magic, that remind me of something I listened to where they was a reading I listened to where she was saying she was picking up on somebody who was actually doing black magic over people, over a child to be specific, and then coming back in and pretending to heal that child, but she was only removing the curse that she had placed over the child. So she does a spell over the child, some type of black magic over the child to make them sick, and then she comes back around and she does something to take that spell off of the child so that the child will appear to get well again, but it's just because she removed the curse and she's appearing to look like a healer when she's not. She actually doing something. She's putting something on that child and then taking it back off. I think she was talking about something like Munchausen or Munchausen's or whatever it's called. I think it's Munchausen syndrome, where again it's a mental illness where people will go out of the way, I think, to make other people sick or to make themselves sick for attention. But that's kind of what I was thinking of then. And so that may even be the case here. If this person's pretending to be some type of healer, that I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. Trying to make you sick. If they pretending to be some type of healer, they not they don't have the ability to heal. They're probably the ones that's making you sick. Y'all need to be careful about these people who y'all allow. Even if they are in churches, you'd be surprised how many people start churches for the money. Not because, they have this godly calling, but because it looks like it's going to bring in some money. So be careful about who y'all letting advise y'all, who y'all calling y'all spiritual advisors out here, because people, they not right in the mind, y'all. I know. Nothing else, I would say at least pray about it and make sure that this the right person for you when it comes down to stuff like this, because you got plenty of churches out here that's ran by people who aren't capable of running churches. And like I said, nobody's perfect, but it's a difference between not being perfect and just being evil. It's the mental illness I was talking about. Specialty. Could definitely be somebody pretending like it's their specialty to do something here. Like they just know what they're doing, like they were just called to do something. You know, those false prophets, they're gonna be judged twice as hard here. So when karma comes around, they're gonna get that karma twice as hard as what the normal person would because you purposely misleading people here. That's why I don't even play with that as far as saying God told me something here. I say what I say and I hear what I hear, but I don't even like saying God told me something. Um, if it was placed on my heart to say, then that's, it was placed on my heart to say. But to say God said something that God didn't say, you'd be surprised what people would do for $1 or for clout. So yeah, blood. See blood right here. It could definitely be somebody's family. There's somebody's family doing this. Pretending to be something they're not. I see Isaiah 33:1 here. Woe to you, the destroyer who has not been destroyed. You, the betrayer who has not been betrayed. When you finish destroying, you will be destroyed. When you finish betraying, you will be betrayed. So when y'all finish pretending and trying to ruin somebody's life and trying to make it your own, um, trying to somehow trick God into giving you something or trick the people like God gave you something. When y'all finish trying to spread rumors and tell lies here just to gain access to something that doesn't belong to you, don't be surprised when that karma sneaks up on you, because you're gonna get it back, and you're gonna get it hard because you're interrupting the process. You're not stopping it, but you're interrupting it. You're delaying the process. A lot of people that could be helped in the process here. A lot of people who supposed to be helped or supported in some type of way, and y'all not allowing that to happen because y'all in the background trying to ruin somebody and steal something from them because you want to be looked at as if you hold that, and to be honest with you, that's why you don't. That's why God wouldn't give it to you, because he know your heart. You're judged by your heart. Your heart is not pure. Anytime you would tell lies, anytime you would spread rumors, anytime you would do black magic, anytime you would try to steal something from somebody so that you can look like something that you're not, your heart is not pure. It's not in the right place here. And that's why you didn't get what it is you're trying so hard to steal. That's why you don't have it. And so I would say work on yourself rather than sit up and try to steal something from somebody's self. Work on yourself. Work on your energy. Why is it that you're not getting what you feel like you deserve? Why is it that God is not using you in the way that you want to be used? Probably has a lot to do with the way you think. Has a lot to do with the actions that you take. Has a lot to do with the judgment that you place on people, the lies that you tell, the rumors that you start. You know, God is not going to give you the gift to do something when you're out there just doing it for money. You know, when you're out there just trying to get a dollar from it. When you're willing to do so much for a dollar or for the attention here, it tells you you're doing it for all the wrong reasons. For all the wrong reasons. So, BMF, it's the second time I seen that. I don't know, BMF could have something to do with this. Gang stalking. Again, these are men. These are men. Gang stalking a woman here. Don't get me wrong. A woman may be in the background calling the shots. Women may be included in it, but I see this as men. So it tells me this is mainly men doing this. It's mainly men. I see public humiliation here. Maybe they tried to humiliate. I see bribe. They could have bribed somebody to try to humiliate somebody in public here. Like I said, they're doing the most here to take something that doesn't belong to them. Right is right, wrong is wrong. These people dead wrong for what it is they're doing, and their mental should be checked. Because I keep getting these cards about mental instability, like somebody's unbalanced. Virgo, you got a few signs out here so far. Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Virgo. Gold digger. It's all about the money here. They want to look a certain way. They're going to tell you what you want to hear so that they can make the money off of you. They're going to tell you what you want to hear so they can try to get the clout off of you. So people can look at them a certain way so they can have respect, money, power, respect is what these people are looking for. It has nothing to do with following their divine purpose, because their divine purpose is not to steal something from somebody and try to cause them to be pushed off of their path that God gave them when they live in their divine purpose, and you trying to live their divine purpose. It doesn't make sense. Just like they have a purpose, you have one too. And so you should be following yours, not trying to knock somebody else off their path because you feel like you supposed to have it. I'll need to get y'all mind right. People are crazy. And those probably the ones in the background, because evidently they have power already and they have these connections to people already. They probably in the background saying that you're the one that's crazy. That you're the one doing all of this weird stuff in the background. And y'all be careful out there. People will look you right in the face and tell you a lie and smile with it. And they say don't judge a book by its cover, but a lot of times people judge the book by its cover. And so y'all are looking at the nice church people that dress nice, that say all these godly things, and you know, them will be the ones right there. Those will be the ones right there. Yeah, toxic. Looking at these people who sit in certain positions of power, because I already seen, I told you, military came out a couple of times, and you feeling like that you can trust them. Those be the ones right there. trying to take somebody's life. They can tell you all the good things, whatever it is you want to hear, but that's not their purpose in life. That's not who God ordained to do certain things. Furthermore, these people not even spiritually healed enough, because if they were, they wouldn't be making the moves that they're making. Spreading rumors, trying to get somebody locked up, filing fake reports, doing candle magic, doing black magic, stealing identity, scamming. Yeah, pop up again. I see incest here. Somebody could be sleeping with family members here. Um, yeah, laugh now, cry later. So it could be funny now. It's funny to them now because they've gotten away with it for so long. I see brother and sister duo. Somebody's brother and sister could have something to do with this. But it's funny now because they've gotten away with it for so long. But it's not going to be. No. God gives you, for one, you have free will, but He's going to give you chances too. Chances to get right. Depending on who you are, you're going to take that chance and you're going to try to make something right, or you're going to take that chance and feel like you can still get over on somebody. Like you're going to trick God, and what's going to happen is you're going to look around one day and realize you're right in the middle of God's wrath, but you thought you was going to avoid. A lot of times people who will do certain things like that, especially when it come down to religion, who will manipulate certain things to try to look a certain way and lie and say God told them this and God didn't tell them anything. Those people don't believe in God anyway. Because if they did, they wouldn't be doing or saying what it is that they're doing or saying. They wouldn't be telling that lie like that. A lot of times they have no belief in God, but they know how to say the right things, you know? Yeah. I know of a person who knows, family member, who knows that Bible front and back, quote you any scripture, any point in a day, who uses it to manipulate people. That's what they use it for. They know it front and back, but they use it to mess over people all day long. And if you ain't moving the way they want you to move, they gonna turn around and do some kind of dark magic spell over you. And then tell you that God said certain things about you. Proverbs 27:4. There's the cruelty of rage and the flood of anger, but who can withstand jealousy? These people are jealous because you are called to do something that they are not called to do. And so they're trying to tear somebody down in the background without you knowing that they're trying to tear you down. And they want to allow the false prophets to take your place and do what it is that you're supposed to be doing. But at the end of the day, you can't trick God. What's for you is going to be for you. And as long as you stay connected to Him, as long as you stay connected to the Most High, you're going to get whatever it is that's supposed to be yours. There's nothing they can do about them. But their efforts are only destroying them more. Their efforts to take you down is only going to hurt them more. Their efforts to destroy you is only shortening their time here. And so they could be jealous about whatever this is that you supposed to be inheriting. They can try to steal it. They can try to pretend like they're the ones that it's supposed to be for, but God doesn't make mistakes. It's not for you. And this is why. And so all the bullying that y'all are doing here, all the bullying that y'all are doing here, it's not going to work. Psalms 91 for protection, because they definitely throwing back. They throwing some black magic. Psalms 9:9 says Jehovah will become a secure refuge for the oppressed, a secure refuge in times of distress. Because again, for corruption to come out, they they have people in positions of power here that's working with them, helping to do this. And so you can imagine those people, like I said, evidently you don't have a belief in God either. If you feel like this is right for you to work with somebody to take something away from somebody because you feel like somebody else should have it, that's not your choice. It's not your choice. Especially when it comes down to an inheritance. You're going against somebody's last wishes, their last dying wishes here, because you feel like somebody else should have it. Now, when you get ready to die, whoever this is in these positions of power, when y'all get ready to pass, and you write down your last wishes and where you want things to go, imagine it don't go to where you think it's going to go. Imagine you trying to leave something behind for somebody you want to have something and they don't get it because it's somebody in some position of power that's now taking your place, who feel like whoever this is you trying to leave something to don't deserve to have it, and so they steal it. Imagine you going out your way to help somebody steal something that doesn't belong to them, and then you die and somebody steal it from your kids or from your mother or from your father or from whoever it is, your best friend that you left something to. They don't feel like they should have whatever it is you left them. And so they're not going to acknowledge your last dying wishes then, because they just don't feel like they just don't want to, because somebody may not like the person, because they might be jealous of the person, because they feel like the person being blessed too much, because they feel like the person may have done something in the past, and they don't feel like it's not your choice. That's my point. When people leave stuff for other people, it's not on you to debate whether or not the person gets what it is. It's on you to make sure that this person's last wishes are met. It doesn't make sense to me. It's people who feel entitled, people in their ego, and people taking advantage of the connections that they have to people in powerful positions. And that's why everybody not made to be in certain positions, especially when it requires you making decisions based on what's right, making decisions not based on your emotions. Because as you can see, people here don't know how to do that. They're in their emotions. There's somebody here that they're jealous of, and they all trying to take it, this whatever this is, from somebody. That's what they've just done here. They're doing things to try to take something from somebody. And for it to be inheritance, that means something was left to somebody, and they just don't want somebody here to have it. Like I said, even if it's a spiritual inheritance here. These could be people working together, doing all this dark magic to try to take a spiritual inheritance, to try to take somebody's gifts away from them. If you were supposed to have a comfortable life, if you were supposed to be around certain people, they could be trying to take that, your comfortable life, from you. I see artists here. If you were supposed to be some type of artist here, and you giving some type of gifts, maybe they're trying to take that from you. But they doing a lot to steal from somebody here. And it's all out of jealousy. And at the end of the day, that's why they don't have it. That's why it wasn't left to them, because their hearts was already judged. It's like they're not. Especially, like I said, if it's some type of spiritual advisor has to do with this, their hearts are not pure. They're not in this for the right reasons. Anyway, I'm going to end this here. I will be back.